Man-made. 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 See, I write it all down as I talk. I write it down and I see inside the word the connection. If I just say man-made, how do you say man? Was it one man? Were there many men? Now it's from a men to a man. And in men, T-E-N, I'm sorry, M-E-N, men at work. Woman home cooking, men at work. What does it mean to be chauvinistic? They say anything to be in the chauve area sounds hot and it sounds piggish, okay? Because of the word cochon, and cochon is a pig, and they also call the heater, in the wintertime, this gas heater, of whether it's propane or not, they call it the cochon. And so we have to mix the two together. And again, we have to mix a lot of things together and break them up, because it is the language that is telling the story without telling the story at all, other than the geometric shapes that create the letters that are in the word that says of what is the definition of bi. B-I, like in bisexual. B-U-I as in to buy it. What does it mean to buy it? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I just saw the car go by. On his way, he passed. Did he pass out? Did he pass out? Did he pass up? Because if he was passing up, pass 7 up? Why is it 6 down and 7 up? Off with his head. Is that what 6 down is? Don't forget, 6 down is 72 inches. 7 up is 84 inches. Right? 6 feet and 7 feet. Pluto is the 84. There's so many intricate woven realities inside everything. It's sickening. It's so great that you can read a story from a word, because the word attaches something else. It's like conjunction, junction, what's your function? Driving down the road, pulling letters and words, and then all of a sudden it's an adjective or an adverb. It's a verb to a noun and an explanation to something else further down the line. How fast was it going? Now, what does it mean by it? How fast was it going? How fast was it going? How fast was he going? How fast was she going? You know, I can put the S at the beginning of he and change it into a she. And this, the S and the H, all of a sudden, there's a mysterious thing that goes on with our letters. Because if I ask you to buy me something, the thing, that is the TH coming together and changing it and telling a whole other story. It's now a thing, okay? It's a thing. I-N-G is, how close is that to an it is a thing? Something. S-U-M, some, or S-O-M-E. And something means not all of what it is. Get me something, which is a demand to get me anything. So you have the whole entirety to think of, but you're only going to choose one of. Doesn't matter how many there are, and how many of the one of are you going to choose when you're getting me something, or did you get me some things because I wanted something in the like category, so you got me an assortment of many things. Now the question is, do they come in the same bag? So if it was in the same bag and you got me something and I didn't know what it was, now we'd have to connect something else. We have to connect the electric. How do we get the connect the electric from the something, and now it become into the surprise bag? Where do we get electricity? Well, in French, okay, in French, when you say surprise, prise is like an electrical, a plug, an outlet, okay? sir, you can also say it in a different, you can be misrepresented for some people understanding as a power surge. So now we have to include the word power. Now, who's in control? Who is in control? Who is in control of power? Who have we put in power to be in control? Power, surge, and control, surprise, electric, the sum of something to control it. The IT system, the artificial intelligence system that you throw into a creation of mankind. We built robots. Now we're going to put our minds into these robots and tell them what to do. They're going to be mindless. Mindless robots controlled by somebody that we don't know who set the program. Who created the rule and the law to set the program? Because now what is going on in it is controlled by a he or a she under the command. And they say it's just general, but anything in high command, general and corporal, are the highest of command you can ever ask for. Let me look that up. Let me ask my what is the highest command in the public services? Unit 13, command and control. Let me see what this says. Aim and purpose, unit information, union content. Identify the rank of two contrasting uniform public services, including responsibility. Describe the chain of the command for one public service, including its uniform structure. Explain the skills and personal qualities required for command and control. Explain how an individual can exercise command and control. Demonstrate with support the use of command and the control skills in different situations. Analyze the importance and use command and control within a uniform public service. Assessing the skills required for the given practical command and control scenarios, compare these two to your own performance. Demonstrate practical command, evaluate the importance and use of command. Here it is. To achieve a distinct grade, the evidence must show that in addition to the pass and merit criteria, the learner is able to evaluate the importance, use of the command, the individual, a single person commanding of everything it turns around. Do you know the 50 circle, the red in the square? And then the green man and the red man, those who watch your entourage, and then those who watch your domain. So, ranking of officers. Let me look at it a different way. And you do know that in a company structure, there's many officers. So we're going to have to go into the words. 1 second, getting ready. Boom, 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 boom. You notice the way they say U.S. Army. Now, Army, they got the whole word with the A, but what is the actual U.S.? Because that's 21 and 19 saying they control 40. 21 and 19 will go from 21 and 19 equaling to 40. 1 second. 20 U.S. U is 21 and 19. I'm going to put this down for a second and show you this over here. How you doing? Okay, so we have the 21st letter, okay, and the 19th letter, which is the reverse of 6 and 8. So this is telling us about the planet house. It's controlling of the cat. 2 times 4 equals to 8. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. So that's the planet house. This is the division and the spirit of 76. The odds in the game of craps have this payout. And you think this is just similarity in question? And anyways, this one equals to 14. The belly of the cube equals to 14. The belly of the cube, basic 14. It's actually equaling to 10. 14 and 10. This cube, it's very confusing, but I would just want to know the opposites. The opposite is this is 2 is 5. It doesn't show anything new. If it doesn't show anything new in 2 and 5, I turn it around and I will call 2 equals to plus 3 and 5 equals to 0. This is now 30. This one over here, because it took 3 more to create. This one over here and this 6 over here, okay? We have 1 and 6 over here. Sorry, we're going to have to take it as the 1 and 6 over here and the 1 and 6 over here because they're all real. So they're actually 7 and 7 reversed. So this is 2 and 5 equal 5. This one is 1 and 6 equals to a true 7. And what is there missing? The 2 was missing. This one is missing 6, and this one is missing 1. So they're 1 and 6 and 6 and 1. So that's their other 7. See, this one was only missing 3. This one was missing 6. Did I get that right? Hold on a second. Now I'm getting a little confused myself. The 2 was missing 3 to create 5, and the 5 was missing nothing to create 2. Actually, this would be obviously minus 3 plus 3. So they're talking about Jesus right here again. Jesus right here. A, B, A, B. C is the roll that happens over here, but it plays it from F. Because when you're going A, B, C, 3, A, B, C equals 3, 33, we now created F. So now we have A, and that's what we have over here. It shows us how it was created. We can't get this any other way but by this creation over here. This is already saying 1. We already know 2 is in it because it's been established over here. 3 and 3. And they come together to create F. So we did that. Anyways, I don't know if I want to go on to this anymore. I just want to talk out loud. So now I ask myself this question. So I'm going to ask myself this question. If these words are actually telling us this truth, how deep does it go and what does it actually tell us? I'm one single person, but there's hundreds and thousands doing exactly what I'm doing in a different way, telling their story over and over the same way I'm telling my story over and over, although I'm expanding because every day I learn something new. I learned something new in mathematics, ways to count. The long count of 9. Where did the long count of 9 come from? Where did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, where did the 9 lives of the cat come from? Now imagine this. Imagine we do this. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Here is the 9 lives of the cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you got to go 1, 2, 3, and you start over again, right? But this one here becomes black. Now over here you go 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you go 1, 2, 3, and then you go 3, 2, 1. But you stop counting. Okay, there's a total of 12 in this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's 4 sets. 4 times 3 sets. So that's your leap. So since you got 4, we're going to put on 1, 2, 3 one more time. Okay, and then 3, 2, 1. We either ended here because we started it here, but we want to bring the tail back to the end. So we end up with this over here because it's the completion of the first cycle. I need a completion of the first cycle. This becomes the completion of the second cycle. And this becomes the completion of the third cycle, recreating this 3, 2, 1, this is one full cycle. This is one full cycle in its own, but we didn't mirror it yet, putting it backwards here. So we have 1, 2, 6 and 6, 12, and 6. That's 18 numbers. And that's exactly what we get when we get the half board in roulette. But in roulette, the first 15 numbers and the next 3 numbers are separated. It's because the cube fits into the second set of the roulette numbers. And this is where number 14 comes in. This is where number 23 comes in. And something like that. Anyways, the cube is in the center of this, and it's this one is 35 and this one is 39. So this is 8 and 3. Very mysterious, that 8 and 3, how it comes together. What actually is happening when you put this dollar sign like over here, the center is number 37, which is the average of 2. And then over here, if you take a look, it creates the Star of David coming out the other end. The mysterious designs, how the cube turns into the Star of David. So this is your roulette numbers. Now, what I do is I can shorten things up. Now, my question is, how do I shorten things up? Do I put 2 and 1s all together and call it 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3? Sorry, it'd be 3, 6, 3, 3, 6, 3, 3, 6, 3. That's what it would be. That's what it'll all turn into. So now, another thing I wanted to talk about, where does this take me? So we can also go and bring these two together. Now we can go 3, 6, 3, 6, hold on. These two came together, so now we can go 9, 6, 9, 6, and then we're just going to stop it at 3, saying it's like the start over to everything. We just don't even have to count. Oh, wait a second. 9, 9, 6, 9. Why did this come out to 9 again? 9, 9, 3. Anyways, I don't really know the cycle, but I'm just giving you a whereabouts on what this can be from the roulette. I didn't want to talk about it. This is gematria. Okay, what I did is I went up the gematria scale, and if you notice the angle that I use, there's 2 ways to create this. You can either create it like this. Okay, let's do it a little bit bigger. Is this the gematria scale, or is this one the gematria scale? On both of them, we have 7 that's out of the picture. The 7 has no ranking. Okay, the 7 is the divider of all the numbers, and the first divider is 6 and 6, 12. The second divider is 10, and then 8, and then 6, and then 4, and then 2. That is the divider of the 7th gate. So what happens is this becomes 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2. We do not have there is no 5, there is no 7, there is, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and there is no 9. There's no 5, there's no 7, and there's no 9 inside of this. The only way to get these 3 numbers, okay, is to combinate. 4 and 1 equals to 5. 3 and 2 equals to 5. 4 and 3 equals to 7. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 6 and 3 equals to 9. 1 and 8 equals to 9. 2, 3, 4 equals to 9. 1, 6, 2. Okay, and 1, 6, 2 is telling you about your birth. So this is what your gematria numbers are telling me. Thank you very much for that. And I'd like to understand what the intelligence is. Unless you understand micro research, I mean, the way I understand it, you have to create all the situations. It doesn't mean because there are no chances, okay, for it to happen. I have to understand the difference to understand why, to know the difference between the two, you can understand more why the truth is what it is. They do it all the time in investigations, but yet when a person without a degree, a person without a diploma, a person who doesn't have any ranking, I mean, if you're going to rank somebody, how do you rank anybody? With so much fake news and so many ways to fake things, you need their personal identification. Then when you get somebody's personal identification, we have to have 2 sorts of IDs in this world. One for our money, Okay, and the other one for the truth of who we are. Give us maybe a guided note, some kind of different avatar that we can live under, so we can know the truth of who's who. So people can write little biographies about other people or put it down in our personal artificial intelligence to be able to share it. Somehow nobody wants anybody to know what they're like. But you know what? Every single day you make a movement, people learn who you are. But you know what's funny? There are some people that know who I am and don't like the way I make my choices. So for them, I did it on purpose. Because yes, I made a decision, I did it on purpose, and sometimes we can't speak out, or we're afraid to speak out because, oh, the minute you speak out is, I heard you say that again. But why did you say it? When we talk, people don't understand us or don't want to understand us because of our decisions. Oh, you don't want to come for supper. Like now you're never coming for supper anymore. I invite you all the time, but you're never coming. You don't show up. You know, you never show up. I mean, I've seen it with people, okay? And I know it's true. But sometimes there's really good reasons for not going anywhere. I want to ask you a question. When you plug your car in or you put your gas in your car, at what point do you decide to pull the nozzle out from the gas tank? When do you pull it out? When it's full? Or you just pull it out when it's full? Or you take a little look, you wag it off a little bit, you get the gasoline, you turn it up like that, and you put it back in the thing. There's a concept to everything. And because we're all individuals with our own private lives, we don't want to treat anything in our own private lives like it was a business. But let me tell you one thing. Children, babies, newborn babies that can't do anything on your own, those are businesses, corporations, corporal, captain. Need a little drink. Where did I had a coffee somewhere? I had a coffee. Wow, where did my coffee go? Don't tell me I finished it. No way. That's not my coffee, is it? Really? That's my coffee? Huh. Okay. I threw out some of my material from yesterday, but do you want to know why your life is not good? Do you want to know why you're missing funds in your bank account? Or would you like to know how come you get less than you should? Or maybe these are things that don't even cross your mind. They don't even cross your mind. Don't even cross your mind. Where, as we grow up, we learn to wipe our butts when we go to the bathroom. The finance industry, finance, right? For everything you do to make sure you're getting what your value is or what the cost is of what you're selling, and to understand what your cost is for what you're buying that you might be reselling. There's a cost to every single move. People say time doesn't exist, but time and money, the same thing as money and your heart, they have something that both take time. It's all about the heartbeat of life. When something is going to happen, you need to know the science and time. Oh, your milk is fermenting. That's because over a period of time, whatever was this bacteria took a certain period of time because of the certain temperature, however the science works. That's what the measurement of time. Time is a measurement. Does it exist? If you measure something, it doesn't mean you have a ruler and you give it a mathematical name. Does it exist? For our understanding, yes, it exists, and there's a usage for it. Here it is. One of the reasons you have less money today is because of this, because of the way it's packaged, because of where it comes from, and because of what happened for it to get there, what happened to our jobs right next to home. Oh, it costs too much to make a better packaging, or it's not easy to ship. It'll cost more money. Well, things that do not cause damage to the earth, even if it costs more to fix, because of human manipulation, much better than creating something that we must manipulate anyways when this is done. And how do we manipulate this anyways when it's done? Because we're building machineries to pick it up. If we wouldn't have put it together in the first place, we wouldn't have to create the alternative job to be able to get rid of this, because we didn't want to do it now before it got shipped out. Because the labor at the beginning, right, is just the labor at the beginning. But what happens after time made in another country far away from me that came here on a boat, and if it fell on the ground, they couldn't care less because it's all corporate. Let me see if I can figure out where this element is over here. I'm looking, do you know what I was looking for, right? Let me move this over. Rank, where I had it on here. I had it for rank, right? Rank of officers.
Here's a summary from Army.mil. Officer ranks: second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain, major, lieutenant colonel, colonel, brigadier general, major general, and more.
Lieu. Look up in French what it means, L-I-E-U. And then inside the word it says tenant. Rota, Sador, tenant. You know what I'm saying? Captain. It says second lieutenant, typically the entry-level rank for most commissioner officers. First lieutenant, a seasoned lieutenant, 18 to 24 months. Then there's major, could be talking about the stars. Then there's lieutenant colonel, C-O-L-O-N-E-L. Then there's brigadier general. And then there's major general. So they have major general, they have brigadier general, they have lieutenant colonel, lieutenant. Okay. U.S. Army ranks. Let me see what else they have. Okay. Oh, and not only that, I mean, come on. I mean, do you think we need to show any more than, hold on a second, make that smaller. So let me make certain things smaller. Okay, hold on a second. So let me look at that. We got one stripe up, we got this belly, we've got the reverse but in black, full size. Imagine these two are the same size, but the yellow looks like there's less. We've got how many stripes you got here? 2 gold stripes, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 blue stripes. So we have 3 and 2 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 4 and 3 here. And if you put a line down here, it shows the size of a tent. So just draw a line down here. And then if we continue that, I'm just let me see. And what angles are they on? Are they drawn on 45-degree angles? They seem to be offset because you notice the squares are in the background. Did they do that on purpose? So I'm going to just see if I can draw that. Let me see. It goes here and here. How many? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to see if I no, I don't know if I made them this good enough. And then I'm going to was it that's flat on the outside? I'm just trying to, yeah, so I didn't have to put that. But with that little, when I put that here, that's the free extension. What is it going to mean, that extension? I don't know yet. I'm just going to do it on both sides. And then there's, we got to do the rest of that army stripe, right? We got to try and do, let's say this one at a minimum. So then I'm going to need an extra space. You see, I need space because there was space on that one. So I'm going to do it again. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it with 4. And then and do that. And then I'm going to just extend that here. So now I'm going to, right? I mean, I have to do the full extension, right? I have to bring out to the same level. There's going to be something over here. I don't know what it is yet. I never really do this. So this is going to be my empty space, right? That'll be my empty space. So if that's my empty space, how do we categorize that empty space? Just do that for the empty space. Now, underneath the empty space, okay, should I start here? Yeah, I should start here. It ends here. It ends here. And how many did I go? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I got to. Is this how it's done? And then it's. See, they showed it here, right? So that's basically what they're showing you here. You're not seeing the full dimension. See, the color is going to give you more dimension. I'm not sure where it's going with this. I'd have to design it over and over and over and over. And again, I like to reiterate, I don't want you to feel sorry for me that I'm all alone and I'm going. Why I'm saying this is because I'm going slower than I want to go. I feel that when you have the thought in your head, if you don't finish that thought or don't get through something fast enough, you lose the trend of thought. That's the way it works. So this is one. So if you notice, it sort of looks like it goes, this slips underneath here, like it can be shortened or lengthens. And now, how do I do the next one? I do this. And then over, and then that, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go all the way up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't do that. Not fast, too fast. Too fast. Slow down. So now I'm just trying to figure out what else. So that's like the Army stripes. So anyways, whoop. I'm not really sure what there is in there, what I was going to talk about, but there's something into, now we have, I mean, if you can read it, right? Yeah, I'm going to read it to you. Looking at my face ain't gonna do any good. First, you have private, no insignia. Private. No insignia. Then we have private, or we have no insignia and then private. I have to understand how that works. Okay, no insignia, then private. And then this one's funny because it goes private corporal. 2 of these. Private first class. And then they have specialist. And then they have master sergeant. And then they have first sergeant. And then they have sergeant major. SERGEANT. Sergeant major. Sergeant first class. Do they have sergeant first class? Master Sergeant. Okay, so we did that. Let's see if I can go on to something else. Not sure if I want to bring this up in this video. It's really confusing, this next piece. It's how to create boxes, but it goes on to different sizes in these boxes. So let me see if I finished my sergeant, my general. I didn't talk about the, and I'm leaving this out for now, but we have to bring this new piece into general. It's the igloo and the Eskimo and the polar bear. The polar bear, things you find in the Arctic. Anyways, when we started this video, we talked about man-made. Is it him? And it's not her. So if you say him, all of a sudden you know there's a her. Designs of the sergeant of this over here, if you take a look, it looks like the old, or very close to, the old Steinberg's sign. But it wasn't even the Steinberg sign that I was creating, but two arrows in two different directions and then connecting. But then it creates a cube on this side and a cube on this side, 66. And to create the two cubes of 66, you need the cube in the center that will rotate between them two. And if you want to take a look where they are, they're right here. There's one here and one here. This piece over here is how I created this piece over here. You can also see over here, see this point out arrow here. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Goes right over here, inside, just fits inside that, this piece over here. Anyways, don't want to talk about that. That's not what I was getting into. I wasn't ready for that. There's other things I can do, but I think after 37 minutes, what do you think? Stick around, or should I take a hike? Should I get on to my Mr. Shakia? You are a very intelligent man. I don't even know you. How can I say that? You are a very intelligent man, Mr. Shakia. You know, there were other things when I first began. I was actually talking about everything is being made somewhere else in a different country. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for a lot of things that are going on, but they're letting it happen. They call it because of money. Forget about money. Money can be printed. You can figure out a plan how to print a couple of $1 trillion without selling your country off and letting other countries buy out all the buildings and land in your country. That shouldn't happen. That belongs to the people, the whole country. Does anybody know what happened over the last couple of 100 years? Every time they wanted to move people, what do you think happened? Look online. What happened? How did the U.S. become the American land when it used to be the native land? And why did they have to sign a treaty after they made W Klingo AR, okay, amongst the people, right? There was anything but amongst the people until 1700 and something. And it was always owned for some reason. Nobody can own, not one person, not one family can own any of this. At the beginning of the game of Monopoly, you're given $1,500, okay? But the Monopoly game still went back in the box. But understand, nobody should be able to, because there's a law out there, and there's a law that you can't have a non-competition law of some sort, or you can't have a monopoly of everything. But that's what's going on right now. And if there's a law that you can't have a monopoly, then we need to fix it now. And it can be fixed and it can be proven how all the companies have monopolized. And monopolization means anything more owning than more than 5%, okay, in a continuous domain, should be, I mean, and you can say, well, it's not, because look, we sold it off onto the people and now it's all the shareholders. But don't pass that by me. You all know what I'm talking about. I'm only talking to those who understand, and those who don't understand, try and figure it out. I'll try and help you. If there's $100 in my house and I go out and I give it to somebody who'll never come back to my house again, I'll never get back the money. Well, that house is your city and your province or your state. Once you buy something from something outside where you have to take a steamship or a boat or a plane and you just can't walk there in a decent period of time, you know what I'm talking about. It sounds like all I say is you know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about. And right now, we've all taken out, or there's a lot of people out there running on credit. How do you survive if we all just stopped? How would we get our products? Where are we backed up into? Well, where are we backed up into? It's pretty simple. We are the ones who are guiding, who are driving the cars. We are the ones who are flying the planes. We are the ones who are doing everything. We just do not have one thing. We are not associated, right? Have you ever said, well, I'm never going to Metro before? Well, how about having a new system created by the people? If you're in, just create a new system. Call it the new G, right? Shouldn't we be able to do that because we are the people? If the platform that was supposed to be has never been created, why don't we just re-vote for a new platform? And whoever wants to take center stage to be the what do you want to call it? You know, you have, I'm not sure, for some reason there's some things I just don't like to say on the internet. How can I say it? The governance of the land. Can we say it that way? Can we say it that way? We just need to know the truth. You don't know the truth. You watch TV? I was told years ago about TV. I know about TV. A lot of it is true, and a lot of it is not. You just got to figure it out, what the chances and possibilities are. When you see something, and I don't care what the program is, you can even call the program News to Me. Anything about news to me. Bought and paid for. Hollywood in the news. They're always saying that. Hollywood in the news, like they're telling you the truth. It's just a story. Hollywood in the news. Even when you see this program was reenacted. Anyways, let me skip over that. Let me go to something different. So we did the stripes, some of the Army stripes, trying to see a different understanding towards them. I didn't do the numbers on the rankings. I'm not sure if that's going to bring any truth. Here is something that I know I did this piece already. A, B on the left, A, B on the right. What's in the center? It's B, C, B. 2, 3, 2. So 2 and 3 to the left is 5. 2 and 3 to the right is 5. And what is your liberty? B, C, B. 2, 3, 2. 7 is your liberty. It is your liberty to 6. Why is it your liberty to 6? Because A and B is 3, and A and B is 3, and that is your liberty to 6, created through the gateway. B, C, B. Inside of C is already A. They show it on the dice cube. See, here's B. In B is the 7th gate. Do you see it? Yes or no? If you do not, I will explain. There are 9 positions on every face. Not me, but if you look at all of the dots, there are 9 positions on every face. Now, this is the 7 missing, but there are always 2 that are not used. This becomes 2, 5, 2, but it's known as 2 and 7, the 7 void. And why do I say that? Is because when I show you the 6, which fills out all these 3 areas, these 3 are missing. Are these 3 ever filled? Well, the center one is, but on no other side are those two positions filled. So if I go to the 3 dice, you will see, three missing here and 3 missing here. But this is actually 2, 3, this is actually 2, 1 and 1, 2. 2, 1 and 2, 1, because the position over here, and the position over here that's missing is the 2 position, the 3 position, and the 6. 5 and 6, 11. 5 and 6, 11. 4, 7 and 8, 19. 11 and 19. Now those numbers, 11 and 19, are found. 6 times 5 equals to 30. 6 plus 5 equals to 11. Okay, so those dice are found. Okay, this is plus 11 equals to 41. This is minus the 30 equals to 19. So this is what it's made up. It doesn't tell you. It's almost like playing Jeopardy. When you play Jeopardy, it gives you an answer to the, what's it called? So we have to fill in the question. So if I told you number 65, you won't know exactly what you're looking for. But here you're putting the spirit of the sun DNA. The N is the passage, the delta angle. The sun DNA. I'm just trying to figure out, this is the division over here. Just trying to figure out where I was. Oh, yes, we were talking about AB equals to 3, BA equals to 3. Okay, now we have to go to the center over here. So we're going to take B and B, but we have to put another A over here. A, B, A, B, A. It's dividing. It's dividing here, and it's dividing here. These are the two sides. So over here, see this design of this? This is 4, and this is 3. The 4 is here, and the 3 is here, because it shows me. And then if you look at the deck of cards, right, the jacks and the kings, their hats are all looking like that. That's the way their hats look like, and it's right underneath the A. All they're missing now is that the point. Right? That's all they're missing is the point. So so we had this 1 is the separation in the center, but it's separating with 2 and 2, and this is C, because it is the center of both sides. Anyways, I'm not sure whether I screwed up or not, but 3 and 3 come together as 6. And they're underneath the A, which is the 1 on the other side of the cube. Anyways, I'm stopping that because I might have made a mistake. The chessboard. Do we get into the chessboard, or we just leave it for next time? I think I'm going to leave the chessboard for next time. It's 48 minutes, and I sort of messed up somewhere. I don't like it. I want to look over it again. I started talking about this. I'm going to go over this also, which is gematria 1 up into 7, and then 7 down to 1. I'm just trying to think which way I do it, and do I put it in 4 different areas over here, or do I create it multiple areas over here? I went the 3 backwards: 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, and I keep doing it up and down, understanding where number 7 goes in. Anyways, that's it. Said enough. Thank you for watching. I hope you can help me solve a problem to a question that you are asking yourself, because thank you for watching.